everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Spotlight on Amputee series. This is something that we were really excited about. Me and my wonderful co-host here we've been talking about it all week and trying to build up a good show for you guys and getting things ready for it and everything. But we talked about it a long time ago, and what I wanted to do was like because she is a nurse, so I was like, let's do like a ask a nurse, or something like that. That'd be kind of cool, like hearing, what it's like with nurses dealing with amputees and that kind of thing, And she just simply was like, no, that's pretty boring. I don't want to do that. And I was like, yeah, all right. So we figured out we'd do something else. So we decided that we wanted to do like a Q&A. This is actually her suggestion is to do like a Q&A thing. So I was like, that's actually a great idea. So tonight, again, we don't have a guest or anything like that. We have a co-host, my homie, somebody who's been on the show. This is your fourth time now? Third time. Okay. Third time being on the show. So there you go. And tonight we decided that what we're going to do is we're just going to hang out, take it easy, chill, kind of, podcast style, that kind of thing. If there's anybody, like I've been saying in my posts and stuff, anybody that has questions as far as like, amputees, depression, anxiety, that kind of stuff, anything along those lines, then by all means, feel free to ask it. And, we'll definitely answer it best we can. We're not experts in this field by any matter, but it's something that we've both been at for many years. So we can answer some stuff, at best of our ability anyway.
Right. And I do need to clarify, I'm not actually a nurse. I'm a certified nursing assistant.
There you go.
I don't want to take props when they're not, actually there. I haven't earned that title yet. So
all good. All good.
It's good to see everyone.
Yep. Oh, let's go back up and say hello to some folks here. I got people rolling in. Miss Blue Eyes, good seeing you. Christy Ann, hello, my sister from another mister. Backwoods, my brother, good seeing you. See, scrolling on down. Steph, good seeing
you.
Yeah, Jeff Bice, good seeing you. Possum Smiles, always good seeing you. And Roadhog, yeah, I see Roadhog there. Hey, Roadhog's building this really awesome camper that he's kind of made like out of like I don't know if it's like his old wheelchair or like a recycled wheelchair or something like that, but it has like, it's basically the size of a door, and it'll be like this little smaller camper that you can like pull behind a bike or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It's really awesome. So everybody go check out what Roadhog's building over there, because it really is awesome. He's building everything on a budget. It's really neat. But yeah, I've been getting into it, watching him, because he's showing like step by step the whole process of it. But it's been really cool. But
it looks like, I want to say it was Roadhog that asked if we get pain in our stump. I have to tell you, as a CNA working 8 to 10 hours, I am dying by the end of my shift, dying. My feet and my stump, it just terrible. And a lot of it's probably due to my weight, which I'm working on trying to get rid of. But I have to really pace myself, because I will work myself into sores and swelling where I can't even get the leg on the next day. So I have to be really careful about that.
Yeah. I've had both above knee and below knee. I think my worst pain, like what I had the most issues with as far as pressure and that kind of stuff, is when I was below knee. I think I had the most issues, period, out of that, because I don't know if it's just that femur bone that you go down on, or that, I'm not sure, but, I'm sorry, the tibia, not the femur, that's what I have. But yeah, you go down on that, man. It's such a sharp, thin little bone that it really hurts when you go down on that. And when it starts to wear through, and you can feel it like push on that stump at the base, man. And it sucks. It really sucks. But that was my worst, was, go above knee, because everything, you're suspended from the crotch. So hey, I mean, you're good to go. Basically, your stump inside there is just kind of like, la-di-da-di-da, just kind of hanging around doing its thing. You don't really stay on your stump, so that's cool.
Yeah, the last thing I did really bad to it was I was a teenager and a bug or something had flown on me and I didn't have my leg on, and I jumped out of the chair and the base or the tip of my stump slammed right onto the concrete. Some of the most severe pain I think I've ever felt in my life. And now, ever since then, I tuck. If I know I'm going to fall, I immediately tuck the stump up underneath me, and I'll take the knee hit. I'll take the hip hit.
that tuck and roll on your shoulder, you're like, oh shit, no. Right. Yeah, I've had those before. It's like, yes.
I remember being okay. Story time. So I was in my 20s. I was drinking. I was really heavily drunk. And I was in the bathroom, forgot I didn't have my leg on, stood up, went to take a step, timbered over like a tree stump. I had bruising all down my arm, all down my hip because, and I got stuck behind the door all because I'd forgot I didn't have a leg.
It's called party scars. That's what that's called. Right. It's a good night when you walk away with party scars, man. And it was even more fun. Yeah, exactly. It's even more fun if you don't know how they got there. Right. It was a great night. What the hell did you do? Man, I don't know. I really don't know. Remember. Yeah. So, had fun. I could say that. We had fun. You're very welcome, Roadhog. No problem, buddy. So thank you both for your answers. He walks on his arms basically. He's got forearm crutches. And so
I see. Okay.
But yeah. Sounds painful. Yeah, it is. The only time I've ever had I got you backwoods. The only time I've ever had anything remotely close to that where I just straight up just drove my stump straight into the ground was my daughter was, I don't know, months old, like months old. And I was just in there feeding her, doing our thing, and she knocked her napkin or something like that off the end onto the floor. And I was like, oh, I got you. And so, I leaned over and I went to step and stand. And when I did, not realizing, hey, you don't have a leg anymore. And just that, like the ground completely coming out from underneath you. And you're just like, whoa. And it's like a cartoon or something where the body just strictly just goes and just disappears, And that's what it felt, just a straight drop down on that stump. I hit my daughter's high chair and like knocked the tray over onto my shoulder, like onto my back, all her food and everything that she was eating. It was a total disaster. My daughter just sitting there in the chair like what the hell just happened? She was so shocked. She didn't know what to think. And yeah, that was my one. Are there different feet for different terrain like rock, sand, and so on? Short answer is yes. And there is for running blades and stuff like that, there are, but the foot shell itself is pretty much standard. It's pretty much going to be the same. But the foot itself that's inside there, they have so many different kind of makeup, so many kind of different rigidities, firmness, that kind of thing. So yes, they do have feet for different.
I would say it would probably be more of a ankle thing than it would be a foot for terrain.
Totally.
Because if you don't have any motion in the ankle and you're trying to walk over gravel, it's going to be, pretty stiff. But if you have one of the, movable ankles, it's going to, kind of dip with it. But the foot, I've never had any actual different type of foot or foot shell. They've always been the same.
Yeah. I saw one the other day I thought was really neat, and it was on the amputee peer support group page, I believe. The foot that they gave this lady, I'd never seen one like it before, but it splits down the middle, and it's just it don't look like our feet, like the conventional foot shell where it has the toes and that kind of stuff. It basically looks like a shoe mold, like how you those things that you use to like widen shoes with. It
Huh.
looks
Yeah,
it looks
no, yeah.
similar to that, but it's like a shell that goes around it like that, and then there's a Velcro strap that goes around like the upper part and around top or like up closer where the ankle is. And yeah, that's what it'll do is it compresses around the actual thing, but it's actual removable foot shell like that.
How interesting. I
Yeah.
know that I have seen a suction cup um, for like showering if you feel like you have to have it. It was back when I was younger.
Hmm.
I never used it, but I did see someone else have it at one point. And it looked like a plunger, honestly. And it just, it had it on there and it was so it would suction to the bathtub so you wouldn't fall down.
That is so cool. Like
Yeah.
that, yeah. I've seen something like that. It was like older technology though, but I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, it's still basic same principle that what you're saying, but yeah, it actually like you're suctioned to the floor, which in hindsight sounds like, god damn, that sounds terrifying. It's not. It's really not. You kind of you want that really. I mean, to have anything better than just like slipping out from underneath you and busting your ass in the shower, it's yeah, it's way better. So the grab handles and all that good stuff, and especially people that are proud that don't want to use their shower benches and that kind of thing.
I'm a
Because
bench girl. I'll tell you right now, I love that
100%.
thing. Love it. My husband loves it when he's had a long day at work. So
Yeah, I have a pregnant wife, and yeah, so it gets used. We'll say that. Shout out Star Wars coffee mugs, by the way.
oh, nice. I could make you a leg with a plunger. I'm sure you could, Rhoda.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, he's good at doing that kind of stuff, man. I think I saw CTG come in. What's up, Griswold? Good seeing you. Blue Eyes, good seeing you too. Chainsaw, my brother. Yeah, there's CTG. Okay, good deal. Yeah, we got a lot of folks coming in. Mr. Jeff Bice, good seeing you, my bro. Well, right on. How you been? You been doing all right?
I've been doing okay. I actually started going to the gym. I
Nice.
I finally did. I found a amazing personal trainer I see once a week, and he actually I got passed over by a couple of his cohorts because of my leg. Um, and I mean they weren't outright in my face like that, but you could tell they were not comfortable. And
Right.
they were like, "We have somebody who's perfect for you," and he's actually going into healthcare and stuff like that. Great kid, and he works with me, and we adapt to different like um, exercises and weightlifting, and I did not realize how much I favor one leg over the other because of like how much stronger my left is compared to my right. So I have to
Yeah.
do more sets on just with my fake leg to make sure that I'm muscling up the same way.
Yeah.
Um, so that's been going really, really well. Uh, I'm part of Reddit. I do Reddit a lot. And
Mhm.
I actually I read a post about a lady who she's dating an amputee, and he won't take his leg off. He hasn't brought it up. He hasn't nothing. And she kind of feels like she's attracted to him in that kind of thing, but she doesn't want to be weird and she doesn't want to bring it up to him. And so I, just tried to encourage her to continue to let him know that he's attractive and that you're comfortable, feel confident and comfortable, and, reach over and touch his leg, try to
Yeah.
feel it out, whatever. He may
Yeah.
think that, he's probably embarrassed. And I really wish we wouldn't be embarrassed. That's sad that that's our initial reaction.
Right.
Um, and I know it can't be helped, but
Well, I mean, okay, you and I want people to be like, I want you just to look at it as an extension of me, and all the, that's how you and I feel, you
Mhm.
know. But to everybody else, man, we got to face facts, and a lot of us have. I know you have and I have, but a lot of other people will say you need to face facts that they're always going to look at it as your robot leg or your, that thing with nuts and bolts coming out of it and all that weird contraption. And it's going to always be like that, and I think the quicker a person can get over that, then the better, it is. And coming from both sides, not necessarily just from like the girl, or the guy. No, I'm saying from both sides. When a person can truly be like, yeah, this is who I am. Oh, by the way, there really shouldn't be need for a by the way. It's just like, yeah, I got one leg, so.
I mean, I haven't
And
been in the dating scene for millennia, but
yeah,
the fact that you have to almost give a disclaimer, you're like, hey, just so you know ahead of time, I have this, I wish it was more normalized,
yeah,
I guess. And, for those that are worrying about, I can't find love or no one's going to think I'm attractive. That is not true. That is not true whatsoever. I still get hit on.
yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the leg. You will find some of them shallow people, but you know what? You don't want them anyway.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What's Red
Exactly
saying?
like you
Okay,
said,
people.
it shouldn't even be like even brought up, Unfortunately, it's gonna be, but I feel that if a person can, because both you and I were with our spouse when we lost our limbs, right? I mean,
No, actually, mine was gone before my husband.
what? Okay, all right. See, my wife knew me with two legs, so you know what I mean. She's always kind of. I've never truly been faced with the dating thing or anything like that, So I could, I've heard stories, I've heard horror stories and that kind of thing, and the things that I have heard. Yes, there's some very shallow people out there that truly, they say some horrendous things,
Right.
dating a one-legged gal or this kind of stuff, and it's just like I know the way that you word things, it makes you seem like no big deal, and again, to people like you and I, it's no big deal because we flat out don't give a shit. You can say whatever you
Right.
want, I don't care.
Let me give you the
But
middle leg here.
yeah, exactly. I just don't give a shit, and I know you don't, and that's the great thing about you and I. But other people, they get real, real touchy about certain phrases, certain words. Don't call it my fake leg; it's a prosthesis. And it's like, yeah, you ain't been at this very long, have you?
Right.
You can tell. Give it a year or two, and you'll be calling it peg leg, fake leg, whatever. It don't matter. But let me see real quick. Roadhog. So people always underestimate my abilities with having. Oh, let's see. Are you familiar with that?
Huh.
I'm not sure what that is. Huh.
I don't know. I don't know either, actually. That's a new one on me.
Roadhog, we're going to answer Backwoods' question here. Give us a little brief rundown on what that is, if you don't mind, brother. How often do your prosthetics have to be adjusted for fit? Go ahead. I'll let you take that one.
Well, since I'm on a weight loss journey right now, a lot, to be perfectly honest, with the way weight is coming off or shifting, or, the weight loss journey is like up and down. So the leg, I'm in constant need of adjustment, like, going in and getting it to where I swear I'm pigeon toed right now. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like that when I left there, a week or so ago. But I swear, just from the overuse and the swelling going down, and then the water gain or lack thereof, it's starting to turn and fit funny. I have socks, but I hate wearing them. I'm not a sock girl, and my doctor, my prosthetist knows that, and so he tries to form it. So it's probably right now every couple weeks I go in for something.
I got you.
Oh, it's a form of spinal bifida. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's a form of spina bifida. So there you go. With me, I do. I mean, a lot of people already know that. Hold on one second. I do a lot of my own stuff. So I mean, I'm constantly working on mine, and we both know how green screens go. But with my leg, it's a socketless socket. So I mean, I can constantly like mine's fully
That was so
adjustable.
awesome. That's so awesome
So,
looking.
but yeah, mine's like fully adjustable. You can here I can show you. Let's see.
That's where it tightens and loosens, right?
Yep.
It's a what do they call them? Bolo.
Boa.
Is it the bolos?
BOA. Boa system, like a
The
boa
bola
constrictor.
system. I
Yep.
tried that. I hated it.
You
Hated
didn't
it.
like it?
No, I couldn't get it to like. I don't know. It just felt like it would tighten in the wrong spots, or I'd forget to loosen it and try to put it on, and then realize, hey, that kind of hurts because I didn't, I readjusted it. It just was such a pain in the butt for me. I gave up.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve with them. You got to kind of learn how they work and um, how to adjust certain things and how to make you know make it work for you. A lot of people think, especially like prosthesis and stuff, they or prosthetic doctors and shit. They think that you know it comes out of the box and oh, it should be ready to roll. Let's give it a try. Let's see what it's like. That kind of thing. So um, yeah, it's a learning curve. Only you truly know what they feel like, and only you know what that kind of how to adjust it and make. So I just kind of took it upon myself to start adjusting my own stuff.
Yeah, see, I need to do that. Really, I mean, I should do that. I'm just so faithful to my prosthetist. I've been with him for years.
Oh, totally.
I just but I really should get into that and consider. I really want to design my own legs.
Do you have one of your old legs like just sitting there around the house?
No, I let them keep them. I like because mine are always so bright and colorful and decorative that they've kept the last two that I've had, and they keep it up for display so that they can show as an example, like you can do this with your leg, so it doesn't have to just be plain Jane. So
to model
I'm like,
it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. See, I keep mine for educational reasons, for stuff like what we're doing right here, going to hospitals, that kind of thing. Like I have a full scale below knee that I use, and I can take it and say if there's a person that I'm going to see that it is a below knee, I can we was talking about before, I can let them hold it, and it's different when you can look at it and hold it physically in your hands and see how light they are, and it kind of gets that person just a little bit more excited to get their own.
I've just popped mine off. I'm like, here, you want to hold it?
Yeah. If they're an above knee,
I take my shoe off. I do all that just because I want them to, I'm not afraid of the stump just being out. I'm not, I just here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, so, absolutely. Yeah, if they're an AK, then for sure. Yeah, I'll pop my leg off and just be like, here, take it, hold it and look at it, bend it, whatever you want, go for it. You're not going to break it. And trust me, that thing is strong as they possibly can get.
Yeah, I talked to my prosthetist. He's into photography as a hobby, and I told him that he should. Because he does sculpting and stuff like that too. I was like, you should do a wall of stumps. You know how they have the wall of vagina? They should have wall of stump. And I told him I would be one of the very first he could totally cast and everything, and have Joe out there on a stand.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that. I don't know. Yeah. Nah, not crazy about having my stump out there.
Oh, come on.
I always make the joke that I have an OnlyFans, and I don't really, but I have an OnlyFans, and all feet pics are permanently half off.
I know a lot of people, devotees are kind of a taboo, like not okay thing. But you know what? If I could find one to pay my bills, I would put my stump in hamburger. Hell, I don't care. I
No,
want my bills paid.
no, no, absolutely not. Don't ever say that. No, 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 no. Don't. If there's any, if there's an amputee, if there's any devotees, do not. No, absolutely not.
I've never been approached by one in all my years.
Good, good. I haven't either because I'm a guy, but I've heard a lot of, again, horror stories from other females and stuff. That, yeah.
All joking aside, though,
Yikes.
no, you should respect yourself and love your stump for what it is.
Yeah, yeah. What's up, Pigeon Mac? I just saw you popping in, brother. We were sitting here talking, and I wasn't paying attention to chat. I am very sorry, you guys. Let's see, what did it say? The artist had superimposed the vulva on turkey so it looked like a Thanksgiving dinner with a vag. Nice.
Never
You
got
gotta love weird
never
shit like
apologize.
that. Never apologize. Yeah, man, there's a lot of girls out there though that you'll see like, hashtag devotee. And it's just like, really, man? I mean, we're out here like trying to say, leave us alone, go away, that kind of thing.
Respect
And
us,
yeah, and then y'all are just like straight up inviting it, it's like, God, man, whatever. But they're also under the same assumption that, that if I can find somebody that's willing to pay for it, shit, hey, man,
My husband's down with it. He'd have to be the photographer. So, I mean, I would sell my feet pics if I had to, but I don't. So nobody wants them.
Right, hey, man, more power to you. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. I mean, it's
Maybe
not like
a lot more open than most people.
Hey, again, do your thing, man. I mean, hey, that's yeah, I don't think I could possibly do that, Plus, nobody would want to look at my ugly ass foot anyway. I mean, it looks like Fred Flintstone's foot, like I've been dragging it across the interstate trying to stop cars with it or
It's
something.
all extra wide.
Oh, it is not pretty. And it's only got, what, 3 toes on it? So, yeah, nobody wants to look at that either. So, my foot looks like it's going like that, like it's ready to rock out.
You would be perfect for my neighbor is a tracker, and he teaches classes on how to, do tracking, people and animals and stuff like that. And he actually had me go walk through sand for one of his groups because the way the footfalls are different. And so I was barefoot and I just went walking across the sand, and he like quizzed these people on like, okay, so what would make this? Why does it look like this? What is this? And it was interesting. Cool. And a lot of people didn't get it. They, they were like somebody's, holding something or somebody's, dragging something or whatever. And they just couldn't quite, they're like, it's a, worn out shoe or so.
Yeah. Like the footprint's going to be deeper if the person's carrying something or somebody, that kind of thing. That's kind of cool.
Your foot being bare would be perfect. They'd be like, okay, so what print is that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat. I never even thought about stuff like that before, I just always had my weird foot, my weird foot that's rocking out constantly. I go to concerts and wave in the air. I'm like, yeah.
Leg all above your head, a lot more flexible than I am.
Yeah, exactly. I was standing there with my forearm crutches and it was like, ugh. Meanwhile, people standing next to me are just like, yeah.
As they're kind of stepping away.
Yeah. You want to trade spots? Talking to the person next to them. This fucking dude's weird, man. Wave the foot in the air, just like you just don't care. Exactly. Thank you.
Lighters up. That's funny. Glue sticks around the toes and ankle.
take a foot you don't care about and wave it in the air and light it on fire.
Oh, that's an idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of, I don't know. The smell would be terrible.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's not do
I'd
that.
do that. That's, yeah. Ozone layer.
Ozone layer. um, Something I was curious to know is like with do you have people that you deal with that are amputees as well? Like, I
I do.
mean,
I work with a lot of elderly who come in and they have um, fresh new amputations. I'm working with a client right now who she's actually an above, and her shrinker sock's too big, and so uh, and she's got to get a prostheticist lined up and all the things. She doesn't even have her staples out yet, and I actually have a liner that would fit her that's smaller. So I'm going to go take her in a liner. just so happen I have extra and
you
help
can
her
do
out.
that.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay to do. Like, I mean, like, it's not like
Yeah. I
conflict
take
of
it in.
interest or something weird like that.
No, I take it in and I have our laundry wash it and stuff like that. So it goes through the proper sanitation.
Right.
And then I just take it in there and I make sure that it fits properly. And luckily, my physical therapists and stuff in my building are really good, and they know I know what I'm talking about. And so, I always have a second person and be like, what do you think? But most of the time, they're really good about taking my opinion into consideration. So it's cool. Really nice. I've taught a few of my coworkers how to put a leg on. We had a gentleman who had gotten his leg, and a lot of them had never seen one before, never seen a liner, never seen, like, they were like, what do we do with this? And he had a locking pin. So I was like, oh, we got this. You're going to, lather him up with this. We're going to slide these on here and make sure there's no wrinkles. Big deal. And put some socks on him and throw him in the leg. And, it was a really awesome teaching experience for, a lot of the younger aides who'd never had to deal with it before.
I bet. I've never ever tried to don a leg on somebody else before. I couldn't imagine what that would be like, because I know what it feels like as far as like I have to get the right pressure and the right. I imagine you would just kind of get them started and let them stand up, like kind of like pull them up, let them step into it, and then
this gentleman's actually a Hoyer lift, so he doesn't bear weight. We were putting it on him like he was supposed to have it on for physical therapy. So physical therapy, we'd Hoyer him into his chair, and they would take him down to the gym and use the parallel bars and stuff like that. So having to do the pushing pressure of, trying to get it to click in while he's laying down and you're pressing it's quite a unique feeling. Because you want to make sure that you're not hurting him and stuff like that, and that it's, fitting comfortably. Yeah. So, yeah.
They still encourage them. They still encourage everybody to wear their legs and stuff, no matter what, whether you're still in a chair that day or that kind of thing.
Yeah, because you want to keep the shape. You want to keep the,
Right. Yeah, that's what I was curious about. That's something else that I really love. You mentioned in the shape. That's something else that I really, really love about the casting that I have is a person, like, say, if your stump was just, say, a little bit like as long as mine, you're an above knee, and your stump was maybe, say, just a little bit about the same length, you could almost try on one of my liners and put my leg on and like actually wear it. Like, it's not molded or fit to you or anything like that. It comes out of the box universal. The only measurements they do is going up and down with it and that kind of thing, so it's not digging up into your crotch and that kind of deal. It has like a pad on there for that, but that's really the only adjustment that it has. That and the actual like tightness of it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, my liner's actually shaped to my stump, so if somebody else tried to use it, it would not be comfortable for them.
You have custom liners?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried
And
custom monitors and it didn't work well for me.
I'm using, what is it I'm using right now? Otterbach, that's it. I'm
Autobot, yeah.
using Otterbach, and I find even I like their stability, but I have to put this moldable silicone in the bottom, or the base of it, so that my stump has some extra padding. Because it hurts if it doesn't. I don't know. Otterbox just got some.
It's
It
real
needs a little
grippy.
more cushioning.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be nice if
They're
you
a
had like
lot.
a gel insert or something for it, but
You can with that. You can put it on the inside or the outside. They make like those little spots, like the little round spots.
yeah. See, and I got the new one in. It's got.
Oh, that's cool. See, the other one you had the that bitch leg last time. This is
Yeah,
your other one.
yeah. It's actually really shiny. It came out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. Her other one said that bitch on it. Like I'm that bitch.
100% that bitch.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it was. Yeah, sorry about that. 100% that bitch. Looks like silver armor. Hey, backwoods, be careful, brother. You be safe tomorrow on your way to work. I know you guys got some. I got snow coming in, so there you go. Please be careful. That was my homie right there. Looks like silver armor. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. With the diamond, I mean the rubies and everything in it, all the jewels. That's so freaking cool.
Yeah,
So
I
I
want
bet
my
they love whenever you go to get your limb, because it's just like we get to go crazy. We get to do all kind of cool shit with hers.
Yeah, and I really encourage anybody that's getting a new one. I'm like, oh my God, take the time, go find fabric. Spoonflower, great fabric website, great fabric website.
Hmm.
Um, you know, and find something just out there and outrageous and in your face. Um, and if you're gonna do, like, I tried to do all these charms, it was gonna be so neat, but because they were shapes all funny and they weren't flat, it
Yeah,
didn't work.
it won't
Which
curve with the leg itself.
Yeah, it needs to curve with the leg, which, man, we need some advanced, stuff going on here, because I've got some ideas.
Well, I think what they worry about the most is, say, if you have something sharp and like say something's curved like this and it's sitting there just kind of and it don't wrap around it. Well, the second you go to roll up that liner, I mean, obviously we know
Yeah,
what's going to happen. It's just going to poke right through. And if it don't immediately, over time of it sitting there going like this, it's going to, it'll rub through
right.
a hell of a lot quicker. So that now I get why they do that. It sucks. I agree, it sucks. But if you're a pin lock though, do you still need a? You
They're
still need
more
a sleeve.
concerned. They're concerned about it catching on other things, or possibly like my own skin, um, scratching. Getting it caught on something and having it actually tear away from the actual leg itself.
I
Um,
see.
yeah, that was more their concern, and they couldn't get a proper seal on it. So, but I
Yeah.
did
Okay.
hear
That makes
that
sense.
car vinyl wraps, you can get some really neat colors, and I hear you could use those. And I think I'm going to try that one next time. I'm going to order some vinyl wrap that's, just really out there, and be like, okay, let's use this.
Yeah. You may even be able to go to one of those wrap shops that and just say, look, what kind of remnants you guys got? I know y'all have something because they have like special design stuff that they order, and they have like scraps of it laying
Wraps,
around
right?
somewhere, and it's just like, I mean, you need a piece like as well as I do how big it needs to be. You're not wrapping a whole car, you're wrapping a freaking prosthetic leg. So
Right.
but
Yeah, some of that chameleon wrap would be awesome.
yeah, absolutely, man, that'd be cool. um Yeah, that was like a super super popular paint job back in the day. Back in my lowrider days, was we call it flip flop, where you'd see it pass by and it'd be like purple, green, teal, back to green, back to purple. God, I always love that. But yeah, you always do the cool stuff. You get the cool eggs, all the patterns and all that kind of stuff. With mine, there's not really much you can do to. You can stick some stickers on it and call it good, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of all it's really good for.
I mean, you could do patches. I've seen patches.
Yeah, you can do that for sure. I got one. I don't know where it's at. No, yeah, I don't know where it's at. I got one that I use for a lot of educational purposes, and they actually integrated a Bulo patch, like in the actual carbon fiber itself.
Oh yeah.
And so I thought that was cool as hell. But it looks like, something you would have like on your hat or something like that, like an actual patch. It's pretty cool.
Oh, and I did order a pullover and a shirt from you. I'm waiting to receive it still, but yeah, I did order from your merch. I'm really excited about it.
Nice. Oh, hey, you know what? I forgot all about it. Look, thank you for saying that. Check this out, y'all. My bad. Look, bam, there we go. So there we go. Yeah. So everybody, yes, remember from now until the end of February, if you use offer code BABYMOL, there you go, right there across the bottom, you'll receive 25% off your entire order. So there you go. To the end of February.
Yep, she's my emotional support dog. She's 10 years old now. I've had her since she was 6 weeks. She's very awesome. Patient dog.
What's her name?
Her name is Tarna.
Tarna.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Heavy Metal. It's an animated movie. Came out in the 80s. Okay. Tarna is the warrior princess at the end.
Yes, absolutely. They were looking for the Lochnar.
The Lochnar, that's right. And if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. You got to at least see it once in your lifetime.
My favorite, you know how it's always just like a series, it's like no matter where I go, they always seem to find me, and right. It's like the ball keeps going from person to person to person, it finds that dude, like the little, Jim Varney looking dude that is kind of just getting picked on all the time, and then all of a sudden they just kind of just got like the Incredible Hulk, That one was cool, but my favorite was the taxi cab driver.
Harry Canyon.
Harry Canyon. Yeah, exactly. Yes, absolutely, man. That was awesome. That was voiced by, I can't remember his name, but he was the guy that was on Fast Times at Ridgemont High, who played, I can't remember that dude either, but I'm terrible at this. But I would have been better prepared had I known we'd been talking about Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But it's that guy. I think his name's Mike something. Mike something from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It was voiced by the same guy, But you can tell when he does, he's like, fucking asshole, and it's just like, hey, you sound just like the other guy. And I went and looked it up. It's like, yep, that's him.
Yeah, they got a lot of good voiceovers. The music's killer in it,
Oh man, yeah. The soundtrack is great.
Yeah,
like I love the soundtrack.
Heavy Metal 2000 though, I'm not so much. Not a fan.
We didn't even watch it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, skipped right on over it.
Yeah, they did. They my favorite one has actually got to be the aliens that are driving the ship after they've kidnapped the human woman, and they're all talking about doing Nyborg.
Oh, nosedive. They're doing cocaine basically on the ship.
They're using those big machines.
Yeah. That was Harold Ramis and I can't remember the other guy's name. But yeah, that was like two mega comedians back then too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell that was Harold Ramis for sure. He has that real nasally kind of voice,
Oh yeah, he's got a really distinctive voice.
There we go. I keep getting all washed out. That's weird. Anytime I look away, I get all like washed out and fuzzy.
It does this weird like absorption thing.
Yeah, I don't understand what the hell's happening. I feel like on Doctor Who, whenever you're getting faded out by the Daleks. So you're a big nerd, huh? You like the
I am.
Totally. I really Same am. Here. Same here. Absolutely. Right on.
Love Star Trek. I do Star Wars. I love Elf Quest. I know a lot of people probably don't even know what that is. It's a comic book. I just, I miss those things.
Yep. We really, 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 really got into Walking Dead. I mean, our whole life was basically just consumed by Walking Dead. And I lost my leg, and it got to the scene in the prison where they had to cut off Herschel's leg. And when that happened, I absolutely came completely unglued. And I had a panic attack, and it was just like a whole big thing. And I never went back and finished Walking Dead or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Do you
So,
remember, have you seen Saving Private Ryan?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. That part where they're coming up on the beach and the guy is dragging himself because he's lost his leg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in the theater, and I don't know why I responded this way, but I'm sitting in the theater. I just out loud laughed. And I had people turn around and looking at me, and it wasn't that it was funny. It was just a response of like, hey, I've been there kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I, just some of the weird responses your body like gives you when you see something that you really relate to.
Yeah. Me and Kurt was talking about that like offline, and we were talking about the whole actor thing, how they'll hire an actor to play an amputee when there's like, he's like, not just me, he's like, I'm not just thinking about myself. He's like, there is a whole bunch of us, like a whole agency full of one-legged actors, and he's like, I don't understand why they're actually going to hire. He's like, because if you watch these idiots, they'll like, he's like, everything is so off, like everything is way off. It's like super milked, like they're just kind of, like really hamming it up, and you're just sitting there watching, just sitting there going, that's not even sort of close to what it's like, man. And
Right.
when you said that, when you said like I just burst out laughing, that's the kind of shit I was going through my head. You see people like with their green screen sleeves on their legs, and you're just like that would never happen. Just so you know, that you would never ever do that. That would never happen to an amputee. Just want you to know that. But hey, anyway, go ahead, Hollywood. Just do your thing.
Yeah, I did. I got asked at a Ren Fair one time. I did Ren Fair back in the day, and they were a bunch of pirates, and they asked me to do a leg amputating scene where they had a big screen up, and then they had people behind it, and they had blood squirting onto the white sheet, because you couldn't see me. You could only see, the top part of me, and I'm laying down on this thing. And then, of course, they have a wrapping and stuff around my actual leg, and they pop it off, and they're like, oh, we've done it, and we've taken it off. And, of course, I'm like hamming it up. I'm like, and we drew quite a crowd doing that over a weekend. And, they had the bloody wrap around the stump. And so they take the screen down, and I sit up, and I'm just like waving it around. And we were quite popular that weekend.
What is wrong with y'all, man? Come on.
So I like the acting part.
Traumatizing people like that. Come on, man.
We had people come back and want to see it again. So.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I joke, but that's pretty damn awesome. Wow.
An amputee cannot have two legs. That's not true.
What about arms, man? What about arms?
Arms, fingers, a nose, maybe some ears.
A nose and ears. You get your ears peeled off, man. Woo!
There's that one guy who got his nose cut off, for body modification, teach their own.
Yep. There sure is. There was a gentleman that tried to unalive himself, we'll say. Okay, and that dude basically, his face, nose, like upper, everything, basically everything's like curved in like that now. Like,
is that the one that has the magnetic jaw?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. He tried to yeah, stuff that we can't talk about on here,
Right.
but yes, but yeah, that's exactly what he did, and yeah, we see the results of
That's why there are no
that.
hair amputees.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, it's kind of like saying I got my gallbladder removed. I'm an amputee now. It's like,
And technically, it's any appendage that's been removed off your body, so you're considered an amputee. So even if it's from a
yeah.
finger digit to
That was something. I first lost my toe. I lost the middle toe, so it'd be like that toe on my foot and on my right foot. And I joined amputee groups, and I started asking them. I was just like, "Is it okay if I'm here? Like, I don't understand." And they were just like, "Yes, absolutely." It's like, and they basic same thing. They explained the exact same thing. It's just like, any appendage, your phalanges, your anything like that that goes missing. It can be even just like the tip of your finger.
Yep.
You know, it's support. It's stuff that you have questions. It's not, again, like people hear the word support and they think, hey, what's up, Reckoning? Good seeing you, brother. They hear the word support and they're like, again, rub you on your shoulders. It's going to be, oh, you're going to be all right, pal. That's not what it is. It's like, what do you guys do in this situation when this, or, oh my God, I've ran out of whatever, what do you guys do until you get to your prosthetist?
Right.
It's advice. That's what support is.
Yes.
And a lot of people, they join those groups thinking that, it's a therapy session. And it's like, some people, they're willing to help you. Like Clarence Wiggins, that guy, he's super nice. He's always down to help out.
And because I've had it for so long, and it's basically almost a whole leg kind of a thing. I'm a little, I don't want to say heartless in that type of thing, but I'm not going to give you the, oh, poor baby. It's not going to happen.
Yep.
I'm going to give you any tips or tricks I can give you and tell you that, you know what, life goes on and it's going to be okay. But I'm not going to.
I'll give you a brief window. I'll give you that adjustment period of, yeah, I know, brother. I know, sister. I feel you. I know it sucks, man. I'm right here. Just know it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. You're going to get through this. You're going to do all right. Week 2, come on, man. We gotta move forward. This is, you're not going to lay in here and get up. Get up. We got to move. Come on. Let's do stuff. Come on.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'll give you a little bit of time with it, but after that window's closed, we're done. Get your ass up. We are moving. All right. Nothing you got to say or do is going to change that. So,
and everybody's feelings are totally valid, and they have a right to feel those feelings.
100%. Yes.
But not to let it end. But I have met people who literally have chosen to end their existence over losing a limb. And whatever suffering comes with that, which is not an easy choice either. And that's something I don't fully understand. Being an amputee myself, that I live a very fulfilling life without a leg. So I would never want to give up on the potential of seeing my grandchildren or those things just because I'm losing a appendage of some sort. If I had to, lose the other one, take it. It's gone. I got stuff to do.
Yeah. Make it the least interesting thing about you. This isn't, again, I've told so many people that same thing. You lost your leg. So what?
Right.
So who cares? Get you a prosthetic. Granted, it's not as easy to just put your leg on and get out there and get. No. There's going to be it's a whole long journey. You don't understand that once they do your chop, it's going to be a long journey. Like, you just opened a completely different life that you had no idea you were going to be leading. But it's doable. It's something that we can all do. And, there's so many people out there that just want to give up when they see how hard it is. And, these first 2, 3, even 4 years, it's not easy, man. There's a
It's
lot
not.
of learning curves. There's a lot of getting slapped in the face by insurance and doctors and people you thought had your back. There's so much stuff that, yeah, this shit will harden you. It'll turn you into a completely different person. And that's what makes, when you hear the term, warrior and all that get thrown around loosely, it's like, no, it's not the fact that we laid in a bed and cried for a couple weeks and we got walk around on prosthetic legs. No, it's everything that fucking led up to that. It's
Right.
everything that, it's that battle, that long ass climb that is completely covered in ice and mud that you're going to constantly keep going and all the way back down. And every time you get up that hill, you're going to get a little bit further and then just boom, get knocked right back down.
Yeah.
Yep. So get ready for that. That's what I try to tell people. It's just like, that's going to be the toughest thing. But once you figure out, dig your heels in, maneuver it. I can get up this hill. I've done this hill 1,000 fucking times. It's simple,
Right.
it becomes easier. It becomes way easier. But that
And
first couple,
and don't think you're alone. You're not alone.
no,
There's
that's
a
what
lot of
I'm here
people
for.
that
That's what this
are doing
channel's
that
for.
journey just like you are, and they want to do it with you. So,
Yep. I mean, you have to look at things as, you have to accept it as, this is my new journey, as a, well, this is me now, and kind of look at it like that. It's just like, well, I guess this is well, this will be fun. It's like, this is interesting. I guess here we are. I'm an amputee now. You kind of have to take it in stride, which is way, 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 way easier said than done, especially dealing
yeah,
with losing a limb.
it's
I
true.
get it. A lot of people, it's like, well, yeah, it's fucking easier. I know, I get it. I'm not trying to be like, buck up, pal. No, it sucks. It's a long ass ride, but
Yeah, I'm not asking
it's a
you to do
ride worth
something that
taking.
I'm not willing to do myself.
Yeah, it's
So
a
if
ride worth
I'm
taking.
willing to do it, then and my standards are pretty damn low. So if I'm willing to do it, then I damn well expect that you are too. At least give your all trying.
Absolutely. I mean, give it a shot, and that's what, again, I will, we got to wrap it up here in a minute, but I want to always put that out there, and I think you're much the same way, is I'm always here to talk, I'm always here to listen. Um, I may not have the best advice in the world. I may not tell you the things that you're always going to want to hear. I'm a pretty tell it like it is kind of guy. So if you're looking for a shoulder rub and tell you it's all right, sweetheart, you got this, I'm probably not the dude you want to turn to. Now, if you want to hear God's honest truth and the way that, it's just kind of, that's just how it is, I'm your guy. And that's what this channel is here for. And that's what we're always going to be doing here. Um, we're not fake. We're not bullshit. We're not, trying to just bring people in and, thanks for your view. Have a nice day. Hope it helps, that's not really what I want to do, and Tami, again, is much the same way, just with her life in general. She's all the time wanting to help people, and she's all the time down to talk about it, and any questions, anything like that people generally have, you pretty much will answer anything, that's why I wanted you to come on and hang out with us tonight, and I wanted to do this kind of show with you for sure, because I was stoked about it. I thought it'd be fun, just me and you hanging out and bullshitting for a little while.
Yeah, I don't mind getting down and personal. I have no bubbles. So
yeah, totally.
Hi, Crystal. Totally. Good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Crystal, how you doing, dear? Good seeing you. So she's been listening while cooking. That's awesome. Well, my friend, I greatly. Is there anything else that you got? Any parting words? Anything like that you want to throw at us, or?
If you, I mean, you can always find me on Facebook. My name's out there. It's, I'm easy to find. If you really need somebody to talk to, and I mean, I will sit and listen. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Yep, there you go. And it's good to have somebody with that female perspective. You know what I mean? Because a lot of females are not going to feel comfortable reaching out to me.
Right.
And it's not necessarily like, well, I got this female thing going on. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's easier to confide in a female than it is a male, especially a stranger, because it can get
Right.
weird. You know what I mean? So I don't. Yeah, and I don't want anybody feeling like that or feeling like, uncomfortable or anything. It's all a matter of making you feel more comfortable with who you are and getting used to your new normal, not let's creep you out even more by, talking to this total stranger. So I think with females and stuff, people are more prone to open up to you guys and that kind of thing. So it's awesome that you definitely are willing to help out and answer questions and stuff.
I loved coming on. Thank you so much. You guys are all so amazing. Mwah!
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're gonna end it together. So everybody, thank you guys for coming. Real quick, we're gonna go back through real quick and say goodbye to everybody. Let me see here. Chainsaw, good seeing you, my brother. CTG, thank you for coming. Backwoods, thank you for coming. I know you already took off. Miss Christy Yant, thank you for being here, dear. Possum Smiles, always good seeing you. Blue Eyes, good seeing you. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Griswold, my man. Jeff Bice, my brother, good seeing you. Pigeon Mac, there you are. Let's see. Keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling.
The Reckoning.
Everybody. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. I don't think I did. Roadhog, my brother, always good seeing you. Reckoning, there you are, my dude. All right. So, again, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We will be on next week and same bat time, same bat channel, all that good stuff. I want to thank Firmu Eyewear, Van Shoes, Taggart and Torrance Podcast, and Bulow Prosthetics. So all the awesome things they do for this channel. If it wasn't for them, we would be in some serious trouble and we wouldn't be able to keep afloat. So
she's
thank you guys.
Blue Eyes.
What's that? Say that again?
She asked her weight. She's 165.
Oh, yeah, that's a she. Yeah, she's a big girl too. My goodness. Golly. What is she? What breed is that?
She's an English Mastiff.
Man. So
I needed a dog that could pull this weight around, so
so you just got a buffalo. You just like you bypass the dog altogether and just got a water buffalo. Well, Miss Tami, thank you again for coming on, hanging out with us. I look forward to having you back on the season wrap-up show, all that good stuff. I don't even have to ask. I know you're gonna come hang out with us.
You know me.
Especially if Mr. Kurt comes and hangs out with us. I saw you in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I got some stuff to say all the time.
He's like, ooh, I want to go for a motorcycle ride.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's not like he's an actor and, he's not like a good looking actor guy or anything, so hey, All right, everybody. Again, thank you all for coming. I greatly appreciate it. We will see you next Tuesday at 7:00 Central Standard Time. Yeah, and with that, everybody, please stay happy, safe, sane, motivated. Don't look back. Don't give a crap what anybody else says about you because it don't matter. We'll see you next time.